This is lesson 12, and I'm going to leave the mountain of maths facts and focus on something that's more important. You as the learner. You cannot expect to do your best if you're unsure of your position in relation to the subject. So the rest of this lesson is about people learning mathematics. We will begin with what academic research says. The old stuff. This date is relevant because I'm taking this material from notes I gave to a maths class in 2000. An interesting activity is to type the words maths anxiety into an internet search engine. You might be surprised to find there's such a recognised condition. Here is one result. According to recent studies from the renowned US-based Mayo Clinic, around 6 to 14% of students have a true maths learning disorder. You might also find that you can identify with some of its characteristics. Here are a few descriptions from sufferers. When I look at a maths problem, my mind goes completely blank and I can't remember how to do even the simplest things. I've hated maths ever since I was 9 years old. In maths, there's always one right answer, and if you can't find it, you've failed. I've never been successful in many maths class I've ever taken. Some people can do math, not me. What all these students are expressing is maths anxiety. A feeling of intense frustration or helplessness about one's ability to do maths. What these students probably did not realise is that their feelings about maths are common to all of us to some degree. Some more research, this time by Mark Ashcraft and Elizabeth Kirk, who were psychologists at Cleveland State University in the US at the time. They showed that maths anxiety reduced the amount of working memory available for handling data necessary to complete a maths task. So just think about that for a moment. If you're worried about how well you can do maths, you can't do maths well. They go on to say this makes it harder to learn maths, and fear of maths depresses performance, causing students to avoid the subject whenever they can. Another interesting finding, maths anxiety also affected literacy-related tasks like reading and comprehension. So maths can have a negative impact on your progress in other subjects too. So, if you can improve your maths, you will feel better and your progress at school generally will improve. Many people around the world have studied the current state of maths education, and they always seem to report their findings in rather extreme terms, such as this comment from another author. The crisis around teaching and learning of mathematics and its use in everyday life and work relate to a number of issues. Notice the use of the word crisis. crisis. So here are some facts about mathematics. Most people do not like it. They can find it stressful. Many people cannot do it. They try to avoid it. And none of this is new. Martin Luther once said, mathematics makes people sad. Modern research simply shows that nothing has changed in a few hundred years. Now the new stuff, 2020. This type of research is still ongoing. Here's something I came across early in 2021. It's by Joe Bowler, Professor of Mathematics Education at Stanford University. Mathematics is the subject with the most damaging ideas held by teachers, students and parents. It's one of the few academic subjects where multitudes of students early on decide they're not cut out for it. We're either a math person or we're not. That notion tends to stick well into adulthood. It's difficult to know how many people walk around in society harbouring damaging ideas about their maths ability. But I estimate it to be at least half of the population. The fact that this is being said, and other research is still confirming that fact, indicates nobody has a solution to the problem. The usual research report is still, we have found that doing maths causes anxiety, and as a result, many students do badly. Nothing new there. Among the attempted solutions to this have been keep students doing maths, start them younger, have them do relaxation beforehand, have parents help them, or something similar. Do your own web search on maths phobia or maths anxiety. Set the date filter as 1 year in order to get the latest information. You might find some things which help you, but what you will certainly find is the possibility that you're not the only one who has problems with maths. As with all things, begin by finding out the relevant facts about maths and students. Here are some I found for you. Not everyone learns some maths in school. 30% hate the subject, and that's certainly not very good. Most of these students fail when they have to sit competitive examinations. These students go on to avoid anything mathematical. And many who are seen as successful have additional support from parents, tutors, school facilities. So students who are doing better than you might simply have a lot more support and help than you are getting. Everyone is aware of these facts. I assume you are. But here is one that most people don't know about. Quite a lot of people who did well in maths at school in the past actually didn't do well at all. Their test results simply indicated that they had done better than others. Their results were standardised. The best was awarded 100%, even if they got a quarter of the exam wrong. To avoid having this embarrassing outcome, many education districts have decided to either, firstly, dumb down the tests, so there are no open-ended or thinking questions. Or secondly, teach to the test. In these situations, the student is not necessarily learning maths, certainly not mathematical thinking. Drill is used as a substitute for understanding, and many people stay bad at maths. What are we going to do about it? We can summarise it by saying we will go back to the start and then head off in a new direction. In other words, we must deconstruct the subject and reassemble the pieces using different or better priorities. We cannot improve the way people learn maths while it is still in the form that is preventing people from learning maths. What we build up must be firstly smaller, less of a burden. Secondly, be made of simple components so it's efficient to use and easy to learn. It must be better integrated, more widely applied as a package. When I say we, it is really what I have to do. I am showing you how to have greater success with much less effort. I've used this approach in class and found some students do better while saving time to spend on their other subjects. Some students make much faster progress without any stress at all. What can you do to make this work? Well, for a start, think deeply. Whenever you see something in these lessons, think over it. Make sure you understand what is being said. Maths can be adapted to students. In later lessons, I will develop this psychology of learning theme further. But remember, we have already made good progress towards these goals. We'll go on from there in the next lesson. I hope to see you then.